What is good, internet? It is Spirit of Paradox here, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be continuing the next episode of Ultimate Fantastic Four, and in this issue, Ultimate Reed Richards goes up against Ultimate Thanos. But before we start, make sure you drop a like, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I cover a lot of things about the Ultimate Universe, and I'm currently covering Ultimate Invasion as well, and we do other things such as movies, video games and whatnot. But let's start the video. We begin with the last issue ended, where we see alien ships who came down to take the Cosmic Cube have taken the protected city of New York, and now they plan to take New York City into outer space and to their homeworld. Grab ships Tethys and wing report solid Tau Interlocked, Commander Keris. Target acquired. Good. Tell all the ships of the line to maintain blanket bombardment. The cube wielder must be given no respite. Aye, Commander. Tethys and Wing, your vector is 1-on-1 straight up. I want that city out of atmosphere, where seed units 1 through 12 can cut loose at it. What the maddest thing is about this, right? They managed to keep that shield up, and they've managed to get to where the sun is. So I'm guessing the sun is like 2 minutes away from planet Earth in this universe. But either way, Reed Richards is keeping the defenses up for that long, and right next to the sun. That's no small feat. Clear of atmosphere, Commander. Tell the grab ships to withdraw. Morla of Seed 1, Nightmare of Seed 4, Gianna of Seed 12, scramble my... And one of the pilots of the ship has a reading. I've got 2 physical blips and 2 size spikes, big. Theorize 2 Acreon sky whales, unmanned. And then we see these giant space whales hiding in the sun come out and attack all of the ships, all homing in for the Cosmic Cube. The commander goes on the defensive and says, block them, don't let them near the cube. They're already on that trajectory, Commander. And then we see these space whales going to war with these spaceships, and it is a badass scene, I gotta say, man. Sustaining terrible damage, but they don't have any crews, and the ship's intelligence is distributed throughout their mass, unless we manage to hit a main nerve cluster, and then they're going to get through and then we see the Armada going against the whales, but we see this giant energy blast come through and then teleports everybody away, including the protected city. What happened? 43 possible scenarios, Commander, ranged in an order of probability. Sublight engine overload, time displacement, sigma field implosion. Seed forsake you. Give me your best guess. The debris is all from the sky whales. It seems likely they projected on an open shift gate, teleporting the city to unknown coordinates and tearing their own drive chambers apart in the process. And in an instant, the commander knows who it was. Thanos. Thanos has the cube. Commander, you could not have foreseen this. The sky whales maneuvered brilliantly. Thank you, Tesseract. Now that I can watch galactic genocide untroubled by the sense of personal responsibility. In the next page, we go to the planet Acreon, and it has 3 suns, but the planet is desolate. But then we see the city guarded by the cube just teleports there. Is it, Ben? Look at the sky. It's orange, by the way. Solid ground. That's got to be an improvement, says the thing. Johnny, I'm reading CO2 levels out there. Enough for you to breathe and to burn. I'm going to make a small hole in the shield, just big enough for you to go through. We need information. Finally, says Johnny. What about the people down there, Reed? Are you going to leave them like that? Like statues? If I unfreeze them, there'll be panic, riots. I'll avoid that as long as I can. Whenever you're ready, Johnny. I've been ready the day before yesterday, as Johnny flames on. The Human Torch takes to the sky and flies off. What do you see? Reed? Hey, did you plant a bug on me? I'm linked to you via the cube. I thought you'd prefer this to me actually tapping into the nerve impulses from your eyes. Yeah, thanks. Well, it's all quiet so far. Midtown's kind of dead, to be honest. Is that a joke? Closest I could get to one, I suppose. So if this world has a Nevada, I figure that's where we are. Only with no Las Vegas, as far as I can see. And then we see he gets to the edge of the cube, and then he sees an army waiting outside of the city. Oh boy, are you guys sitting down? The Human Torch descends down to see what these armies look like, and we see them that they're all armed and ready to fight. They've sent out a scout accuser. Should I? Do nothing, Gunner. My father intends to deal with this situation personally. It would be more than your life is worth to come between him and his enemies. And then we see these giant hedgehog rhino looking creatures holding this giant fortress on their backs, and they lay it down, and then we see a door open, and then we get to see Ultimate Thanos debut. Thanos walks out of his little fortress looking strong and menacing and says, almost autumn. There's a real edge to the wind, isn't there? Reed is shocked to find out there is an army waiting outside the city, all trying to get the cosmic cube. How big an army? Can we take them? It's huge. The same guys we fought on Pix. Thanos' guys. Plus cannons, tanks, airships, the works. So what do? We can't let Thanos get a hold of the cube. You saw what Pix was like. How'd he do what he'd do to a whole universe? There's an inhibitor built into the cube. If I remove it, I could make it faster, more responsive to my will. But it would also... No, never mind. Hey, whatever gets the job done, Reed. It wouldn't work. Come on, we've got to take the fight outside, away from New York. And we've got to win. Because if we lose, everybody dies. And then we see the Fantastic Four leave the Baxter building with the cosmic cube in hand, ready to take the fight to Thanos and his army. In the next page, we go to Thanos with his army. They're coming. Excellent. Strict military discipline. General Moores, enforce it. I will, Majesty. Good, because any man who fires before Reed Richards is entirely surrounded will be flayed alive, along with his entire family out of the 6th degree continuity. And then we see the Fantastic Four make a hole in the giant cube fortress holding the city, and Reed says, "Okay guys, this is it. Better spread out a little." "We wouldn't want to give them too easy a target," says Johnny Storm. Sue says, "We can't do this. There's no way we can do this." Hey, think it about 500,000 separate fist fights. Maybe they don't want to fight. Maybe we can talk our way out of this. And then somebody shoots off a rocket at Reed Richards, but luckily Susan Storm deflects it with her force fields. Or maybe not. Okay, got to start somewhere. Let's make ourselves a little room to work in. And then Reed uses the cosmic cube, sending some of Thanos' forces flying. The thing goes straight into battle and says, well, that broke the ice at least a minute ago. I'd have felt embarrassed doing this. And then we see Johnny Storm and Sue fighting off the guards as well. Hey, you know what they say? Never apologize, never explain. Should I pull the men back, Your Majesty? We could bombard with heavy ordnance and use air support to... By no means. We have to put the cube wielder through his paces, don't we? See exactly what he's made out of, as Thanos smiles. Listen to me. None of this is your fault. You've been lied to. Retreat and you won't be harmed. Wrong message, Reed. They won't be harmed by us, but you can imagine what Thanos would do to anyone who deserts his. And then, as in the middle of talking, the thing gets shot in the back and says, ow. And then he starts to glow yellow. Ben, are you alright? Yeah, I'm just a little tingly. The energy inside of the thing intensifies and continues to glow brighter and brighter. Man, this is worse than that elevator feeling. This is like, and before the thing can finish his sentence, he just disintegrates into thin air. Ben! Oh my god, no! But Ben Grimm was not murdered, but teleported away, and a mysterious voice says to him, have no fear, Mr. Grimm. This is not death. Or at least, not exactly. But then again, sometimes the lines get a little blurred for me, as we see a skeleton hand in the background. Ben, you killed him. Damn you all. Damn you all, as Reed Richards uses the cosmic cube in a fit of rage. We see that one of Thanos' guards saying, now we're getting somewhere. Beam cannon, target the girl. Let's break down that shield and... No, cease the order. Cease fire, General. I've seen all that I need to see. Majesty, wait for me here. But the risk. Speak not to me of risk. I am Thanos. As Thanos walks up to the Fantastic Three. This will not be settled by armies, boy. No? Then why did you bring one, you coward? Throw whatever you like at us. As long as we've got the cube, we'll throw it right back. Ah, but that's a very much the question, isn't it? Do you have the cube? Obviously, you think you do. But I was there, in your mind, when you were making it. A piece of my will, my consciousness, driving yours, tainting your perceptions, directing your decisions. You were my puppet then, and since I was there, the cube is keyed to my mind as well as yours. So forget the army, it served its purpose. We settle this as it must be settled. Mind against mind, will against will. Winner takes all. So, whenever you're ready, child, begin. And Reed says, I already did. And then the battle of the minds commences as the cosmic cube's light grows brighter and brighter, and anyone in the close proximity can no longer see. Johnny Storm and Susan, both witnessing what's happening. Is this who blinks first? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But, you know, does Thanos even have any eyelids? Says Johnny. As the battle starts, Reed Richards' mind gets teleported back into his past, where his father was abusive. Wait, what is this? You brought yourself to this past, Reed Richards, by trusting your own cleverness. That is amazing intellect. But what exactly do you feel you had to prove? Then we see Reed Richards' father holding a belt, saying, "You will always be a loser, boy, but I am to blame too, for not making you understand your place." "No, you can't," says Reed. And then his father starts beating him. Reed's reliving his childhood trauma all over again, and he's struggling against Thanos. And even he says, "I was old before your world was born, boy. I have bathed in the hearts of stars and wandered in the mansions of the afterworld. My soul is a clenched fist, and death has kissed it." And then Reed Richards falls, as Thanos has won this battle. "Unlike you, I have wielded this power before. I owe you a great debt, Reed Richards. A debt almost too great to calculate." And as Thanos takes the cosmic cube away from Reed Richards' hands, Thanos has won this battle against Reed Richards. With the cosmic cube in hand, he says, "And I will pay it. All worlds will be remade in my image, but yours will be first." As we see Reed Richards on the ground, turned to stone and defeated. And that is where this issue of Ultimate Fantastic Four concludes. So that was Ultimate Fantastic Four issue 51. Man, I had to come back and read this story again, and it is absolutely fantastic. There is so much going on in this story. I cannot believe this actually didn't get mentioned by loads of people who read the Ultimate Universe. I mean, in this universe, Thanos absolutely slaps. And in the next issue, he's gonna kick everybody's ass. So yes, I do recommend this storyline. It's from issue 50 of Fantastic Four to issue 53. And next, we're going to do issue 32. But for the next episode on the channel, we are going to be doing Ultimate Spider-Man. It is the Ultimate Venom Saga, and we're going to be continuing that next. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel and enjoyed the video. And I'll see you in the next one.